Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. Compliment of the season. Happy New Year to you all. Here in today's update on Twist of Fate is on how Pallavi confesses all her sins in front of the college family, and also she exposed Aaliya and Rhea for good for all their wrongdoings. Don't forget to watch this video to the end to know more about what happened in the episode and how she exposes all their wrongdoings. Love you all. The episode starts with Pallavi asking everyone we knew about Rambi sitting on the mandap and not sold. Aaliya, Shahana, and Dida raised their hands. Dida says she came to know just some time back. Pallavi says, who told you? Rhea says it doesn't matter. This is a lie and betrayal and I don't believe it. Rambi says you can break Prachi's Gambadan, but not our relation. He says you can break her Vamala but can't break her promises and swears. He says you can break the Magasutra but can't tear the love connection with which we are connected. He says Prachi and my love will never get less. He says Prachi has helped me, but she has bear so much than me. He says she has taught me love and life, and it doesn't matter if she gives me death also. He says when she's near me, I want to see her. He says I came to know much more. I love her. I was taking breath, but I was not living. Aaliya asks, why did you let Patrick come to the mandap when you love her so much? Rambe says, I was not aware that you both have kidnapped Miyika. Sid and Miyika are in the car while the goons are behind her. Sid asks her not to worry and tells that the goon is not seen. Miyika asks him to take reverse. The goon come in front of Sid's car while the other come from behind. They take out Miyika from the car. Miyika shouts Bahia. Sid takes out hockey stick from his car and starts beating the goons. The goons beat Sid. Miyika hits the goons with the hockey stick and asks Sid to come. Sid and Miyika take their bike key and escape in their car. The goons tell others that they shall call Aaliya, but the phone is broken. Rambi tells Aaliya that the reason is you and Rhea. It asks her to answer. Aaliya says, I don't have any justification for your inappropriate question. She asks him to keep them out of his imaginary world. Rhea says, why will I kidnap Miyika? Arian gets a message and signs Rambi is going. Aaliya calls him. He says later. Aaliya says, I stay here when I get time to kidnap Miyika. Shahana asks if you will inform us before kidnapping Miyika. Aaliya says, I am not your bougie. Shahana says, I know well. Whatever wrong you have done. Aaliya asks Pallavi if an outsider will insult her now. Shahana asks her to see her status and asks if Boa also goes to her niece Sosura. Aaliya says, how dare you, and raises her hand on Shahana. Prachi holds Aaliya's hand, stopping her and tells her if she can fold her hands to save respect, then can hold someone's hand to save someone's respect. She says you have right to raise hand, but not when you are wrong. She says Shahana is not an outsider, but she is my own sister. She says Shahana has taught me how to deal with outside world. She says Ma and Shahana has taken care of me. She says she has always stood by me as she is my sister. She says few relations are made by ourselves and we feel proud of it, and she is proud of her relation with Shahana. She says you hurt me but not my pride. She says I respected you always, but you never gave me even the smallest place in your heart. She says I don't want any place now. You stay with your family and I will stay with my family. Aaliya asks what she wants to prove. Rambi asks her to answer. Aaliya asks what to answer. I have no answer. She asks Pallavi to say something. Pallavi says, I am hearing what is going on here, and says if Rambi is right, then Aaliya says, do you think that I have kidnapped Miyika? Prachi says we have seen with our eyes that she was in a hotel and nobody can take what was about to happen with Miyika. She says it was true. Aaliya says she is lying and making stories. Vikram says Prachi is lying and you are nervous. Why refusing? Dada says Aaliya shall tell if Rambi is right. Pallavi says if Rambi is right, then I'll be against you. It will be really bad for you. Aaliya says there is no truth in this. She says they are making stories. Dada says 2 more people saw this truth. She says you were seen in that hotel where Miyika was captive. Aaliya says I didn't go to any hotel and says maybe she's my look-alike. Aryan comes here and says it was just only you. He says son can't get betrayed by a look-alike. Aaliya asks him to be quiet and says don't know what story they have told you. Aryan says he has grown up and will expose her true face to everyone as she is ashamed of her. Aaliya asks if you go against your mother. Aryan says you have become just Rhea's Boa and not my mother. Rambi calls the goon. The goon comes there. Bill says they will tell on whose order they have kidnapped Mika. The goons tells that they had kidnapped Mika on Aaliya says. Rhea recalls Mika's word. Shalana asks Rhea if she identified them. Pallavi asks Aaliya if she has given them money to kidnap Mika. Rambi asks Aaliya to say 5 people are against you now. Aaliya says someone is trapping me. Rambi asks who? Aryan, me or someone else? Aaliya says someone is trying to frame me. Vikram says we don't understand what is happening. Pallavi says we will not believe it easily. Dida says it's not a small thing. Rambi tells that Aaliya and Rhea had kidnapped Mika and are threatening Sid that they will kill Mika if he don't claim Prachi's baby to be his and if he don't marry her. He says I asked Prachi to marry Sid and she wanted to run away. He says Prachi was pressurized by us and forced her to marry. She says we have curved her feet and asked her to make her illegitimate baby as legitimate. She says Sid asked her to marry him else they will kill Mika. He says Prachi couldn't understand what to do and don't want to start her life with Mika's death. And that's why he sat on the mandap. He says he stood in front of her and tells that he feels proud of her. He says he has bear enough. Rhea asks what wrong did we do? You are watching him as if watching a film. He has gone to show the contract and asks Shana to show some proof and asks where is the evidence. He asks if I was kidnapped then how I can kidnap others. The goon tells that they haven't kidnapped Rhea, just kept her for money. Aaliya says I made them to give money to free Rhea. Other goons ask Rambi to call their code checklist and says Aaliya called details and it. Precap. Prachi tells Aaliya that whatever I was doing was legal, but you couldn't bear it. Aaliya says my Rhea was sidelined. Pallavi says maybe Rhea did it out of desperation as Rhea is pregnant with Rambi's child. Prachi says she has not been pregnant but has been fooling us. She says it will be proved when our reports are in front of us. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section. I will do it to reply you all. See you on my next video. Bye bye.